Hi guys, how's it going? You're very welcome back to Autism and Me, and if you're new to the channel, you are very welcome. I'd like to thank everyone for your continued support from liking, commenting and sharing the videos. It really does mean the world, guys, and it really spreads the message around. So guys, thank you so much again for your continued support. So in today's video, I am talking about a very common learning difficulty that actually most people with autism are diagnosed with as well. ADHD, which stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Now, I think they might change to ADD, but don't quote me on that. But But ADHD is the most common name for it. It's one of the most common learning difficulties that coexists with autism, like along the lines of dyspraxia and dyslexia, etc. And in line with this video as well, actually, because ADHD, one of the big things with ADHD that people have who are diagnosed with they have a very short attention span. So we're going to try and as well keep this video short as well, and try and name off the best points that I feel, because there's a lot that goes with ADHD. I'm going to try and just highlight the most common and the most knowledgeable ones that people would be aware of. So like concentration, for example, is a huge thing for people with ADHD. Like, you know, it doesn't just affect like school life or college life, it can affect their everyday life, you know, because they find it so hard to focus on like everyday things. They struggle to do simple tasks. They struggle with daily routines. They just find it to stay focused. And even watching a TV show, for example, it can be very difficult to stay focused on the TV program, like this, even something simple like that. And the hyperactivities where they find it hard to sit still, like they have to be up and moving about, really, like, you know, they struggle to stay in one place. They can be quite impulsive. They might miss maybe a social cue or when to speak. Like, you know, they might think someone's done talking, but then they will cut across them, or they could constantly be asking questions or constantly asking for this, when really there could be a time. There's a different time to ask a question, where there's times when, you know, the person speaking needs everyone to have their needs to have the full attention of everyone that's in the room, and they don't need they maybe would miss that cue. They'd miss the cue of, okay, I need to be quiet now. You see, whereas some people will know, some people won't know, that sort of thing. And then there's like social skills as well, can affect their social skills. Maybe they might find it hard to kind of maybe let someone else speak, or maybe kind of not get the other person's angle. It might be hard to make friendships that way, because maybe their mind could be on something else as well, and maybe they're not following on what's being discussed as well. Like, they find it hard to stay on task per se, stay on task, sort of say. Like, even with me, like my living with ADHD, concentration is a huge thing, huge difficulty of mine. At times I do find it hard to stay focused on certain things. Like, for example, even in school, like I would actually have extra time in exams. Because I might have mentioned that in the previous episode, but in case I haven't, I actually would have got extra time in exams due to my ADHD. So if anyone who was in school with me or in college with me and wondered why we never in an exam hall with us, you know, now you know. That's why. So I would have got extra time in exams. I would have found it hard as well when I was younger to kind of stay on task and getting things done on time. And that's one thing that people with ADHD have a difficulty with, you know, getting things done on time. Like, they're not very organized. They need help with daily stuff, daily checkups, like that. Just even As well with concentration, like if I was doing a task, say, or even if it's a task, say, I could be I could move something and I know I've moved it, but then a second later it's gone off my head, and it's not fun. Trust me. Like, and even as well, I could be on Netflix saying I could be typing a TV show I want to watch, and then excuse me, I could be then typing in and forget. Oh, what was I actually looking up? Like it's gone on my head like that. Like, which is quite tough, honestly, because you don't want to forget. But then, unfortunately, sometimes it just happens where you just end up. It just goes out of your head like that. It's in your head for a second, and then a second later, it's gone. Like, which it can be tough to live deal with at times. Can be a tough thing to get your head around. You're wondering what's going on here. But there's always ways around these. There's always ways to help with these things. There's always ways that you can help people with ADHD. For example, like say with people who might be disorganized, have say a checklist. Like think of it like a checklist. Like if you were going on holiday, you make a checklist of what you need. Like you're going to the airport, what you need. Like one thing you could do, say you could write down maybe a list of tasks to do for the day, or what's their agenda for the day. Like what are we doing today, for example? Okay, we need to do X, Y, and Z today, and we have this amount of time to do it. So we're going to focus on this first, this second, this third. So that'd be a good way to help someone who's disorganized, say, for example. Now, a common thing as well with people with ADHD is that some people will need medication for it to help them. I don't need it myself, but I have heard of people who have ADHD who do require medication for it. As well as that, one of the things about ADHD as well is that there can be also fear of telling maybe people because maybe people won't be aware of what ADHD is, and they might say, oh, but you're functioning fine. Like, but it also took a lot to get to that stage. And one of the things that's scary for telling people is that they might be understanding, per se, they mightn't get it. They might need to explain them. But the good thing about telling people as well is that you can be in control of what you say. You can be in control of what's being put out there. You could be in control of how you're explaining it. Like as I said, now, for example, I'm given, for me, what I feel are the best points and what I feel are the things that people need to know, like, rather than kind of overloading, if that makes sense. And that's a big thing, I believe, as well. And there's also want to reassure people that even if you have ADHD, don't worry, you can live like fulfilling life. There are ways to help you and others around it, and how you can manage it. Like there's always strategies for like different people, like ways to help them with it. Like I think even having just a routine of having your structure as well is a huge thing. Knowing what's going to happen next. Like, okay, so we're doing this now, doing this now. Even hurling training, I know, for example, I benefit from having, say, like our workout program set, and I'm like, okay, we have to do this now, and then we're doing this, and it's a great benefit. Like, it's something, I know it sounds simple, but it actually is something that's very beneficial to me, someone who has ADHD. It's a very simple tool to have, but it's a great tool to have as well. And even at the gym, like I know even one thing that I struggle with sometimes is that I could be doing reps and wondering, okay, am I on my second or third set now? So one thing I do to counteract this is that I would maybe do a stopwatch on my phone, so I do my rest, and then I also might maybe make a note saying, okay, I've done one set, I've done 2 sets now, I've got 2 sets to go, say. And that's how I would remember it. That's just a simple thing I use as well to help stay focused for something simple in the gym like that. So this is the end of the video, guys. Now, if there's anything that you feel I haven't mentioned that you'd like to mention in the comment section below, that would be fantastic. I'd love to hear everyone's views. I want to thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.